Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Hate Crit and Survival, where some friends have gathered around the table to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey!
And escape from various problems in life through either alcohol or fantasy.
We're
Or
here to
both.
forget real life and play some imaginary game. Yay.
It's all good, it's all good. How is everyone? Well, we've established.
We've
Moving on.
Yeah, this will be part of the outtake.
In other news, droughts, floods, and immeasurable heat.
Heat waves.
Weather has occurred.
Weather has occurred in
All
Northamptonshire.
the weather has occurred.
Although my mum and dad did pick a wonderful time to go to Rome yesterday,
Oh.
all over the weekend.
No.
Mum loves it. I dread to feel what Dad's little milk bottle legs look like at the moment.
Salmon, probably.
About medium well at the moment.
Oof.
Slight seared.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
fantastic. They come back on Sunday, but yeah, they've gone right as it's like they got on the plane and they went, red weather warning, but don't tell them.
Just pretend they're fine. Have a nice
They're gonna go to the Colosseum and walk around tomorrow.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah, I imagine it's gonna be a quick walk.
Is your dad going to scrape his name into the Colosseum and not know?
Oh yeah, just go and give it a nice penno. Why would they care?
This can't be that old.
I don't know.
It's imitation stills. People go and do
There were
it.
a couple
and
of
it's
flats recently who's getting arrested to do it.
it's very much vandalism of the highest order.
Oh, yes,
Go and etch your name in a
Yeah.
In a
Thousands-
5,000-year-old
thousands-year-old
building.
I mean, it's probably not quite as bad as like signing your name on the Magna Carta or something, but getting close.
It's there. It's-
I think arguably it's older than the Magna
It's
Carta.
older, but it's made of stone, not paper.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't just tip X that.
And
It
at what-
could be worse though. You could be doing a fresco of Jesus.
It still stuns me that that was
Was a
allowed
thing.
to happen. Yeah, I thought it was a practical joke until you actually look at it and think, I know, someone paid
Someone
thousands of
actually
pounds
did
for
that.
someone to do a doodle of Jesus.
Mrr.
Jesus. If Jesus had a stroke.
And they got away. They didn't get away with it, but it's not a crime.
Being bad at your job isn't a crime. Remember, you
just
hired
got-
me.
You got paid.
Don't
Guess
hate the
who's
player,
got
hate the game.
But people who aren't bad at their job are the ones people at Game Tea who make wonderful game-adjacent gear and goods. I couldn't think of a better segue.
I can hear that segue creaking.
Dun, dun, dun.
When can I
Game
drop
tea,
this
game
bit?
tea, game tea, game tea.
If you want to check out some wonderful Game Tea stuff, you can go to gametea.co.uk/eCritSurvive and use the code eCritSurvive at checkout to get yourself 5% off. You can get things like that notebook, not
A
that
bigger
one,
book.
a bigger book.
Big-
We're gonna need a bigger book.
You can get dice, you can get shirts, which none of us are wearing, unfortunately.
Not
You can
today.
get yourself
None of us
artwork.
are wearing shirts.
No, these are all CG done.
Mine's a tattoo.
This is all CGI.
All CGI. We're avatars. We're just avatars. We're not really
Welcome
here.
to the metaverse.
There's enough footage of us on the internet that someone could legitimately just parody
I
us.
can't wait
VR.
until we get AI D&D when we don't even know if we just hit go. Just for ChatGPT is just going off at each other.
I might do that for a one-shot, just like write a D&D session for me.
I've done make me a character and it gets oddly specific on what it wants to build. It's like talking to someone who's really passionate about it. They're like, feed me the stats.
So it's like speaking to Dan is what you're saying.
What it did legitimately ask me if I was playing Adventure League or not. It was asking for clarification on whether it could use all of the books or just
Just one.
two of the books.
Yeah.
I was like, God, that's specific. Just build me a character, dude.
Dude.
Rules as written. No.
Build me an
Bad
NPC.
AI, bad.
Anyway, so that's the stuff we're getting up to there. So if you want to check out some of the other stuff we're getting up to, like our board game content, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is where you are right now, and see some of the fun stuff that we've been getting up to.
I just need the
Show us all the notes. There's nothing there.
I was honestly
And there
looking for
never
the- I
was.
honestly looking for the rubber. Thank you. Thank you.
Aruba.
That's okay, thank you. I honestly didn't see anything else.
You just committed the cardinal sin on YouTube. It's
What,
Oh.
this moment.
Ad
we live in.
blocker.
Better turn off the comments.
Ad blocker. Isn't that the cardinal sin of YouTube?
Tell us the
Just
comments.
subscribe.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
just
be
like,
about that.
subscribe to all the fun stuff you do on YouTube and all that stuff. Just watch it here.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell if you want to get
Ding.
that little
Oh, is
ring
that-
that little bell. Ring that little bell icon if you want to hit. I don't know why I'm parodying Rockney Smith. I don't know why I'm doing that. But ring the hit the bell. Sure. Ding.
I didn't realise it was still a bell.
If you want to get notification, you hit that bell.
Is that not the same as subscribe?
It
No.
replaces the subscribe button once you've subscribed.
You subscribe and then you
The bells
say,
for
I
notifications.
want to know when these guys do
Everything.
Oh, they had a small sneeze at 3 a.m.
Luke accidentally uploaded the wrong thing. I want to know. D&D uncut.
Yeah.
Dear. But yes, so yeah, that's that stuff. The board game content and things. So, with all that in mind, let's get into today's adventure, starting with the assorted recaps of last time's adventure.
When three people read their session notes and we discuss whether they were all at the same session.
Yeah.
Really, that's all our sessions are now.
Laura
aren't they?
is now in the diary room.
D12.
D12 in the D&D house. Laura is in the diary room.
Yes, the
And Connor's hello,
Jamaica.
hello.
Geordie to Indian.
Connor is reporting live from Mumbai. Anyway, Laura.
Session 31. Isaria is having a crisis of the grey area. Elijah likes to eat people. Cassian goes and finds out about country fairs.
Yeah. Important stuff.
There's an ancient festival of graduation.
Vegetable?
Ancient
There's a
festival.
festival that is based on vegetables.
Ancient
Vegetable.
ancient festival of graduation of wizards of fried food. This is awkward.
Was that this session?
This-
Well, you weren't paying attention. This was just her RP
This
bit.
was literally you guys were having a talk and Cassian just wandered off. This is awkward. We're going back to Seven Home. We find two giant dwarfs. They chase us with rocks, but apparently they're friends. They make a bridge to take us across. We carry on. We stop and sleep. Big cats attack. They get fried. One gets away. Oh yeah, because Smokey fried them.
Of course he did.
I thought we killed both of them.
No, one of them ran away because someone made a comment at the end of it that you left the mother to the. That's
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
other
and now the
option.
mum's gonna come and get us, and like we really haven't learned our lesson. Anyway.
Session 31. The Great Debate.
I'm disappointed you didn't call it a mass debate, but there we go.
Ah.
That's further on.
Ah. That's the After Dark episode.
Yes. I've killed people. This, apparently, is still a large shock to the people of the group. Ysaria sits upon a high horse for somebody who is a killer and no longer a woman of the cloth.
Always been more of the Shamefell, to be honest.
We return now to Seven Home to punish a rogue sibling or similar, although apparently I am to be judged and imprisoned.
I'd love to know how you spelt that.
Exactly how it sounds.
Yeah. Snort.
Snort.
Snort. I bubble over with rage at this group. Who are they to judge me? Me, who has took the brunt of this trip. He who is healed and saved. No more will I hide who I am. I am a vampire, and I shall not hide. The end. Yeah, I'm just quite apparently.
You're out and proud about being
Yeah.
a vampire.
I am out and I'm proud.
I'm here. Big fear. Get used to it.
Entry 2, Section 31. I have a very strong suspicion that we should not use Undesh's referral too often. Isaria agrees. She doesn't want to piss off the mother any more than she already has. There's some discussion about relative mortality, but vampires have their own thing going on, and I really don't want to know any more than I already do. So we averted genocide, yay us. Honestly,
Question mark?
yeah. Honestly, I'm shocked we managed that and no one died. Talk turns to where to go next. Glacier Hold, Western Archipelago, Newfound Town. Elijah made a case to start off going to Sevenheim to sort out their little vampire problem. And that meant explaining that to Isaria. And she is not happy. Honestly, I'm not either, but Isaria's the only person who's tried to kill me recently, so... Isaria's intent on taking Elijah and Klaus back to Sevenheim to face justice, and no one seems to be complaining. We spotted some weirdly fast-growing flowers like snowdrops. Left them alone, I've been burnt before. Isaria hucked a javelin at a very big bird several times. They weren't impressed. Then she ate a scorpion. I think Isaria doesn't realise. Elijah might see us as prey animals, not real people. Might be worth mentioning. Isaria and Cassian tried to sneak up on a couple of big things. They failed. The giant things lobbed a couple of rocks, but it turned out they were just being friendly, and they helped us across the ravine. We rigged up a shelter for the night, and Smokey kindly provided some food, only slightly burnt. Some weird earth cat things attacked us during the night, opened a chasm right under the campsite. I lost myself, and more than before. Each time that's happened in the past, either I've been knocked out or someone else was hurt badly enough to knock me out of it. This time I caught myself just shy of trying to barbecue, someone who wouldn't have appreciated it. I think I need a conversation with Oswald when we get to Sevenheim. I think I might plant one of the acorns there as well, and then decide where to put the other one. We had cat monster for breakfast. It was quite nice.
Very good.
Very informative.
Very good.
I'm not sure what else I can add to that. So after your
Yeah.
conversations the day before, or finding out about the vampiric past, you decided to meet for Sevenheim, but not quite in the same direction that you travelled previously. Instead of heading as the crow flies back towards the ravine in the vague hope of trying to avoid the dragon coming for you again, you decided to head due north and instead headed for the coast so you could meander on that way instead. Having found your way along there, you avoided a rift, or you found a chasm that you were having some giggling giants throwing rocks at each other. Managed to get them to carry you across and set up camp against a hill, which was rudely interrupted by earth-bending cats.
Mm-hmm.
You defeated one of them and left the other one ran away, leaving you with not much to go on, but a good night's sleep was held by all, and you returned to consciousness the next morning. So, it's a little bit dewy in the location where you have come to rest, but you did set up enough capes as shelters on sticks to sort of prevent it from settling around you and the fire going long enough into the night to keep you from getting too cold. There is a slight mist lingering as you are getting closer and closer to the coast. There's the salt in the air as everything reflects in the sunrise coming up over the red stained grasslands. So, yes, the grass in this area is still red. It's part of the Badlands rather than...
Wow.
Are we far enough from the coast that there's appreciable grassland between us and it?
Not massive amounts. I mean, you'll hit the coast within maybe half a day or so.
Okay.
But you're not. You also are aware that this section is elevated, as opposed. It's not. As you found when you were coming across at Frostfinger, everything, the ground level is higher than sea level. So you are not at sand yet. But it is morning. What would you like to do, if anything? You are having a breakfast of earth cat, or catamounts, they are known.
Catamounts.
An amount of cats.
Someone did something with the dead catamount. last night, didn't they? Did we do
I
anything?
think you just prepared it for food.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
And I think you. No, you skinned it and
Yes.
kept its pelt.
Yes, because we might be going somewhere cold in the future,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
pelts might be useful.
Okay, that's fine. And then I probably prepared it food-wise.
Yeah.
Cool.
Those kind of things are tricky. They seem to be able to move the ground and stuff. And there's one that got away last night. I'm not sure if how to defend against that if it tries to track us down again.
I mean, we've been burned once before. We should probably keep a bit of an eye out, but I don't think. Maybe if we head towards the coast, it might stay away, because then this obviously is its patch. Maybe a coastline
Ooh.
isn't too bad.
No, that's a good idea. If we go near the coast, maybe it'll be soggy underground.
Just
and
earthy.
yeah, it
Yeah.
might not be able to burrow well without maybe getting water and getting drowned.
There'll just be something else. Some horrible thing that lives in the sand instead of the earth. Something will come for us.
Maybe, we don't know that.
I mean,
But those giant things were friendly in the end, even if they did hit me with a big rock to start with.
Yeah.
I think we said coast anyway. I mean, it'd be good to explore, because we're kind of only coming the way that we've already come, in which case. But hey, I'd like to go and see the ocean.
Yeah,
If that's where we're heading anyway, I
Yeah.
think.
and maybe there's fish in there we can eat or something.
That is very true. Yeah, I'm getting a bit. Although we do have catamount. I called it a catamount.
Catamaran.
A catamaran.
You turn it into a boat.
Yes.
Turn this into a cake, catamaran.
Catamaran.
Oh, I could murder Pavlova.
Isn't that just an eating mess?
Well, it is
Oh,
after you've murdered
After
it,
you've
yeah.
murdered it,
Yeah.
it's just an eating
Yeah.
mess. My mum gets so mad at that. She's like, made pavlova. I'm like, eating mess. No, it's pavlova. I'm like, not when it gets to my plate.
Watch.
Smash.
Okay, so yeah, to the coast then. Let's go.
I think so.
Let's go and
Yeah.
see the sea.
We'll pack up.
Alright.
everything.
I am going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay. Mage Armor is so cast. You set off in the early morning light and weather and continue your journey northwards, and yeah, over the course of a few hours, it doesn't take you that long before you start to hear the sounds of seabirds and hear the once again, as you had encountered some of those yesterday, but you are starting to get that strong salty tang through the air that you have remembered encountering when you were going further north and you were closer to Newfound Town.
Yes, so up near Mr. Worley.
Up near Mr. Worley.
Yeah, Mr. Whirly.
Sun is starting to burn away the mist, so you are able to see for quite a distance from where you are, and you can start to see the curve of the horizon coming into view, as you can start to see beyond the landmass and the vast, vast ocean beyond. Are there any discussions or any conversations or anything you would like to do as you are walking? Or any looking out or anything you want to do?
Yeah, but as I would like to try and have a little talk with Elijah. I just assume that's Elijah's.
Shit-eating grin.
I just assume that's Elijah's default expression.
Yes.
So, while I was on watch last night, doing a bit more thinking about the loss of control stuff you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're not from around here, right? You came from your own place.
Yes.
How did you deal with that there? With people people went out of control.
The place where I was originally from was, well, in its later years, awash with war and ruin, and fresh corpses were never really hard to come by.
Okay, that raises more questions. How about before the war?
Oh, sorry. It's probably easier to say I've not always been this way.
Okay, so
I've been this way for roughly about 180 years.
was that in the war?
Probably the later 10 to 20 years.
Okay, what was the big war? Was it the one that tied in with stuff here getting wiped out? No, that's
You could say so. It was a part of and relevant parts of, yes. And then I spent probably the later part of my journey in a wonderful place called the Shadowfell, which is a horrible place.
Okay.
If everything was to just be monotoned, black and grey, and everything wanted to kill you.
That doesn't sound nice.
It was not.
So if you've been to these different places and you're not from here, what's your sort of, I guess, what's your religion or relationship with gods? Did you have them?
I mean, there are people that believe in gods. I am not one of them.
Yeah, we've been here before. Okay, the ones I call gods, you know what I'm talking about. Did you have anything like that?
Yes, yeah, no. I say people believed in gods. There was a pantheon of various sizes, and people believed in whoever they wanted to believe in.
And the believers would have told you, you were part of the creation of the pantheon, and you'd be judged by them even when you died.
Well, I assume so. That's what they would believe, yeah.
Okay. But all completely different to our ones, my ones.
Do I know any of the gods from the previous place that overlap?
No.
Okay, interesting. I'm going to have to think about this a bit. I might have more questions.
I have one question for you, actually.
Oh, sure, go ahead. I've been asking you a lot. It seems only fair.
If a person or animal were to have been kept in a singular place and experimented on against their will, and then they were killed, would you say that that was mercy?
I like riddles.
Cassian said.
I'm a big fan of it. Say that again, but
Yeah,
slower.
let me just take notes. I'm not here.
I mean, that depends, doesn't it?
Well,
If they're a person, they can say if they want it or not.
well let's use you and I for an example.
Okay,
If you were to be captured
yeah.
and the captors experimented on you in horrible and horrific ways, would you wish to continue that existence or be killed?
I don't know.
Food for thought.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think I'm pretty determined and would
Then
hold
maybe
on for a chance to fight back, but unless something like that happens, I don't know, do I?
since as I'm to be judged, then maybe you should have a chat with the prison warden back in Sevenholm.
Oh yeah, I was planning on doing that anyway.
Yes, but before you were going to speak to him as a one-to-one person. I'm telling you that you see me as some sort of monster. You should probably see him as someone who is worse.
I mean, even if there's something worse, that doesn't mean you're not bad.
I didn't say that.
Just means there's more to deal with when we get back to Seven
I'm
Home.
just making sure that if I'm going to be judged, then everyone else who's done something wrong will be too.
I mean, the argument's there.
Good, good. I'm glad there is no arguments. We're all friends here.
Mm.
I'm paying very close attention to some seaweed.
Look
On the
at him
beach.
flutter.
Aren't we on the beach?
No.
No,
Oh,
we're,
right, sorry,
we're
Oh my
seawalls.
god, there's seaweed on the in the jungles.
There are.
Jungleweed.
It's the,
There,
it's the
there
flying
is
seaweed.
seaweed that has been dropped, or a seaweed-like plant that has been dropped by other birds that you're coming across as you're walking along.
We know we're heading towards the ocean because there is seaweed here.
Got up and walked here.
It got up and walked.
Okay, onwards.
Okay, you continue on. You start to get closer and closer to the coast, and you eventually come to basically the curvature of the cliffs itself as it comes to a nice curve heading around towards the western side. But you stand upon there and you just look out into sea and just enjoy it for a moment. You can see that there are some sandbanks that are sort of hidden shallows below there, as well as some islands, maybe about just over a kilometre away at a distance. You know, maybe 400 feet or so from the shore below us. What's everyone's passive perception, please?
11.
11, 9,
12.
12,
17.
17, and it's back.
And now it's back.
Okay. You,
Me?
Elijah, hear a
Is there any immediate cover?
no. Well, there is if you go off the cliff and into the water.
Oh, there's no beach.
No, you are up elevating the cliff, and then below, directly below, there is sort of like a little dock and a jetty. But there is no
What, built?
wooden built.
Ooh.
And sort of this area, as you do spend some time looking around, there is some rotting remnants of cranes that we used previously. But as you're sort of thinking around, you hear the beat of wings.
Everyone hears a very audible sigh, and then I kind of drop and make myself smaller.
Okay, you drop and make yourself small.
What are you doing?
As this giant,
Headphone
absolutely massive, yeah, every morning, massive brown and white eagle swoops down, grabs onto Grit, and just takes off.
She's shiny and they like it.
As it starts to flap away, you barely have enough time to notice it had two heads, and it just takes off and starts booking it towards the little island.
As soon as he like comes near Grit and he picks him up, I'm just gonna try and grab him. And
Make an athletics check.
Yeah.
Attempt to grab him.
I want to try and hack my javelin if I've got time.
You do not get a chance to make an attack opportunity. You can do so after
Yeah.
this
Well,
surprise
there's
round.
strength check.
So in fact, actually, I'll say for the purposes of this, everyone roll initiative, because you did get warning for this.
Oh, for God!
Ooh.
God damn it!
You don't get advantage of me yet,
Oh.
later. It's next level.
Back in the thing you go.
Padded dice jail.
Padded dice check.
Eagle. 25 to 20?
Good joke.
20 to 15?
19?
19.
18.
It's still faster. 15 to 10? 10 to 5.
Oh, God. Was that a 1?
What did Smokey get?
Honey.
Oh, I didn't roll Smokey.
always forget Smokey.
How can you forget Smokey as the MVP?
We both got 3.
Wait, what?
He
Is it
rolled
negative?
He rolled a 4. He's -1 to initiative.
Oh,
buddies.
buddies.
Me and Smokey were just playing over there. And like
Frolicking.
I was just frolicking in
So,
the castle of the
the
ocean.
eagle-
They hit hard, but they're a bit slow.
The eagle swoops down, grabs hold of Grit, and takes off, denying an attack of opportunity as it goes. You can. It doesn't fly particularly fast, so you are within enough range that it's sort of going along just a level. You could make an attempt to jump after
How
it.
big is the eagle?
Huge.
Hold.
It is. It's got a wingspan of about 40 feet.
Can Smokey try and mighty leap?
Potentially, but we'll go to Asaria first. You're going to throw a javelin?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Understood.
Because you did, because of because of the passive perception, just catching it, Elijah does allow this to be a opportunistic incident.
Yeah, we know something's up. We're aware.
Javelin.
Something's occurring.
Yes.
I may have
Grit.
succeeded in hitting Grit. I rolled a natural one.
No.
You take the javelin and just stick it into the ground behind you. Just
Oh no.
Moving on.
you have a second attack.
Oh, go on, then I'll try and throw it again.
All right.
Oh, that's a little bit better. A 19.
19 does hit. So roll some damage.
Oh, that is max damage, so 10 damage.
Bird.
I'm sure that will bring this giant eagle down.
Totally.
All right. The thing hits and it just sort of grazes on one of its just on its underside. And it bounces off and it just continues to fly. Elijah, you're up.
Eldritch Blast, but thematically trying to just shoot one wing.
Okay, make an attack roll. Oh, your
Oh,
turn,
that's easy.
Those hit.
Yeah. 23 each.
All right.
Seven, 16, 15, 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage. Nice. Alright, so the blast hits, you don't have anything like repelling or agonizing. No.
It's agonizing.
Oh, okay, but that's what the intelligence. Gotcha. So the bolt fires out, or 2 bolts, spiral in, hit one of the wings, and it just catches it on the downstroke. It doesn't seem to do enough to break it or push it off, and it's continuing its movement on. Bonus action, or are you good?
No.
Pal?
How far away is it from me now?
About 30 feet. It's not very far. It used up its movement to get down and then grab and go.
On the off chance
Mm.
that this thing might be able to understand me, I'm going to cast Suggestion.
Okay.
And I'm going to, which has a range of 30 feet.
It does.
And I'm going to shout, "Return!"
Off the block.
What's your DC?
It is a, sorry, it's a wisdom saving throw. And it is 15.
Okay. You watch as you release the spell and it goes out. You see it sort of react, and one of the heads turns ever so slightly before the other one just headbutts it and just snaps it back out of
Ah.
concentration. It sort of feels the allure coming and then just brings the attention back to it. Does not run, unfortunately.
Good try though.
Cassian.
Alright.
Okay. Well, you and Smokey are both making a jump.
Yeah, we'll both just try and make a jump
Okay.
together.
Alright, so this is going to be both you making athletics checks to grab onto it. Because Smokey can make the jump no problem. You can also make the jump because it's only about 30 feet away from where you
Yeah.
are, but it's still like over the edge of the cliff. So you both manage to make the leap.
Yeah,
both you need to make-
Smokey just does a mighty leap.
Yes, but both you need to make athletics checks to see if you can hold on to it. Are you trying to grab onto Grit, or are you just trying to grab onto something of this bird?
A grit or burb, whichever, just trying to grab
Whatever,
onto
okay.
something.
So which one's you? On the dicey roll.
I'm always this one.
Smoky. Okay, you're the smoky dice.
It's fog. It's
Okay, storm cloud.
Yeah, it's a storm.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, that would make sense for Smoky, but no. Smoky's my green one, but I don't have that today. What was it? A check.
Athletics check.
Can I rage?
You can if you want to. It's your bonus action.
Yeah.
Buddy!
Already. No. So this is me. And
Okay.
Smoky. Me and me.
You and you.
Me and Smoky.
Gotcha.
Smoky motherfucker.
Yeah, Smoky fucked it. Check. Just a check.
Athletics check, yes.
Athletic check. Ooh, okay. That's an unnatural 20 for me.
Yep, and for Smoky.
And for Smoky Dokey.
Smoky's the red one.
Smoky Dokey is. It's just a +3, so it'd just be an 8.
8. So as you jump, you swing forward and you reach out for one of the talons that's around Grit, and you just full on grab onto it with your arms and then get your legs around, just wrap onto it, just holding onto it.
Like when people doing that Ninja Warrior course with,
Yeah,
the big,
exactly.
with the big punch bag. Just
It's odd that you can say that. Everyone kind of knows exactly the maneuver you're doing.
Yeah, you just clamp onto it. Smoky jumps, lands, and doesn't get a chance to get his claws in before the movement of the bird on its turn, which means Smoky tumbles back and drops.
No.
Smoky gets 2 claws of plumage. That's it.
No.
Smoky's already began to pluck him.
No.
As the bird takes off flying 120 feet and just books it. Flying double speed.
At
240. Just flies 240 feet, just whoosh, and goes.
No one's got feather fall.
I look like a wizard.
Use your fire breath like a rocket.
This is where I check to see
Space
whether
Smoky.
This
Just
is
turns
where I
upside
check
down.
to see whether Grit has got feather fall.
That gives me memories of playing Half-Life and rocket launcher jumping. To be a teenager again.
Mm-hmm.
Amazingly, Grit does have feather fall. So he goes just like just yells out the word, and Smoke starts to float down
Thank God.
towards the sea.
Thank God.
It's only 400 feet. You'd have been fine.
Only?
Into water.
Into water. He's not a fish. But he does float down into
A
the
Charmander that
sea.
gets thrown into the ocean. Dies on impact.
So Smokey is now in the sea as the bird is flying away. Does anyone have anything with a range of 200 feet?
Let me check.
Harsh language if we yell really loud.
Ah!
No, because, and I quote, spell sniper is unnecessary.
Is it now?
The Eldritch invocation, it's like, yeah, it triples the length of Eldritch Blast. I'm like, why would you ever want that?
Is that the Eldritch Spear?
That's the one, yeah.
If only we had a fighter here with a longbow.
And a flying mount.
Great, so now we've lost 2 characters.
So, Cassian, what are you doing?
7 home.
Where did I grab hold of?
You just grabbed onto its other leg, just sort of clamped around it. That's actually no. You probably could have grabbed onto the leg that's holding
Grit.
because it's got the claw just wrapped around it. It's giving you a nice seat. So you
I'm
would grab
gonna-
onto the leg, holding on.
I'm gonna get
Buffeted.
my hand axe because it's smaller.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna
Make a
chop
drumstick.
at its foot.
Okay. I'm going to say make an attack roll, but you are at disadvantage because you are holding onto a thing, one-armed, and it's flapping.
I love the
Does
fact that
any-
you're attacking the only thing that's
Yeah.
stopping you from plummeting.
I'm thinking,
I
that sounds like a Darwin Awards entry.
Well, my thought
Finn
is
did that
just
with the rock in the first campaign, and that worked out with me dying, so what could go wrong?
my first thought is just that I just want it to let go of Grit. So that's what I'm
Oh, it will let go, alright.
natural 20. But it's-
Disadvantage.
Oh no!
Aren't you raging though?
But you didn't declare reckless.
No, no.
Which would have cancelled it.
Silly Billy.
I'm not with it. But it's a what check?
It's an attack roll.
This is where you argue that this maneuver you're doing is pretty fucking reckless.
That's it. That's oh god, what am I? 13.
13.
A squirteen.
It's a squirteen. You swing, the axe just rotates in your hand, you just hit it with the handle. Doesn't do anything. Second attack.
You alert it of your presence.
Bonk. Oh, second attack.
Reckless. No, I can only do it on my first one, can't I?
No.
Yeah, you can do it on your second. Technically, you are supposed to declare on your first attack, and then it's all attacks thereafter, but it's fine. If you want to.
If you want to disadvantage yourself, go for it.
That's better. 23.
That hits. You get the axe. Fuck. It's going to roll damage.
Why does that strike me as something that Cassian would do? The
4
little hand
points.
toss
You are
while
raging.
flying.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Are you doing anything with the lightning?
No, my bonus action was to.
Right.
Super
Oh
effective
yeah,
against
it does
flying
it
types.
immediately, doesn't it?
Well, you didn't get to do it on the last one because you raged before you jumped onto it, but now because you were
Oh,
attacked,
yeah.
it's maintaining your rage. So
And
you
yeah, well, yeah, it has to roll a dex save.
just does a barrel roll. That's an 18.
Yeah, it makes it. That's 1, half of 3.
2.
2. So 2 plus 8 total from you.
Yes.
Yep, 8 total. So that brings it total to 18 and...
Let go of my pal.
As it's flying along, one of its heads looks down, just like Toothless does in one of the things where he's hanging on to it.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah,
underneath,
yeah,
the other
yeah.
one's still flying ahead. It brings its leg forward and goes to make a bite attack against you.
Oh. Oh.
Snap against you because you're reckless. Has advantage.
Oh.
That's a 23 to hit.
Yes.
You're raging, so this is going to be half damage.
Gonna get hurt.
Unless it does psychic damage for some reason.
Oh no.
So
the
20 points of piercing
consequences
damage
of my
reduced down
action.
to 10.
10 points of peck damage.
Picture the head.
Aha, flying type is super effective against spiders.
But the electric damage is super effective. But as it bites you, it brings its other legs up and tries to grab onto you with its other talon.
He's trying to save you.
No,
Trying to save.
that was a natural 1 and a 3.
Yay!
So that misses with the talon. And one talon is already busy.
Occupied.
Yes. But it will make a second bite attack against you because it's annoyed by you and wants you to go away. That is a 23 again for 13 reduced down to 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
That is the end of its
How
turn.
far is the ocean below us?
It's still 400 feet.
I hope you can 1v1 those. Because we're going to be 6 to 5 working days.
two v1. Grit's there.
Yeah, Grit's there.
Grit's restrained and is unable to really do anything at this point.
But he managed to cast Featherfall.
Yeah,
Grit
he-
was-
That doesn't require a lot.
Is Featherfall a reaction?
yes.
Mhm.
How many of them does he have?
He gets 1 per round.
And it's spell.
Yes.
But it can target multiple falling creatures.
Okay.
So if you fall at the same time,
To know.
Yeah. We're about as heavy as each other. No, he's heavy.
He's much denser, he will-
He's got the armour. Okay.
It's your turn again, so what are you doing?
Ooh!
That's what now.
you're a sack of flour, he's a sack of salt.
Yes.
Dwarven salt.
It's rocks.
He is very salty at times.
I hit it again.
Okay.
I hate it. I'm scared to move because kind of I'm holding on to Grit with the line.
Can the rest of us left behind, I don't know, start trying to find a way down to the little jetty or
Make
something?
a perception check.
Find Smokey.
Spooky's still floating down at this point.
Ah.
That is a 10.
10. You do spot over by the cranes, there is what looks to be like a set of steps that are carved into the wall that are going down. You're doing reckless again?
Yeah.
Okay, that misses. Natural 1.
There's a way down to the sea here. Shall we see if we can at least get down?
Why?
No, 12, sorry.
12
At the very
misses.
least, Smokey doesn't deserve to drown. I think we should at least try to rescue Smokey.
I'm rolling terribly.
Takes one
Try
point
and
of
rescue
lightning
all
damage.
of them.
Did it fail?
I mean,
So-
I might,
Yeah, I rolled 3.
I probably agree with you.
And
I'm
it's
just
only
trying
one,
to
yeah.
pitch the cell to the
Oh,
customer
okay.
in question.
In that case, you know how hard the journey here was with the strength of Cassie and Ingrid helping out. Do you really want to try to going back without them?
Both of those are quite forward in wanting you dead.
I resent that.
Okay.
Mostly Gret.
How about
I'm
this?
already there.
We're probably going to try and rescue them, so you can come and help us, or you can go on completely alone.
I'll help you.
Good decision.
Okay, you guys start making your way towards the staircase. It has had a little bit of erosion over time, but they seem to have cut it in. It seems to have been cut in such a way that it's like a 15-foot stairway into it that's slightly sheltered by the rock. So it's a fairly safe way down. There's a few dodgy moments.
Sort
but
of
it seems-
carved into the rock, is it?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It feels like it's probably going to be dangerous, but actually it's pretty safe relatively. It's now the eagle's turn. Is going to do a triumvirate of attacks against you. It's going to do 2 bites. That's cards.
Do we have to name
24,
that island it's flying off to Hotel California?
16 on the second, and then the claw, the talons, 18 to hit. So 2 bites.
Is that because you can't do it, or because it's the home of the Eagles?
Both.
16, 20, 30 reduced down to 15 points of piercing damage.
15.
Yep. And then another 15 reduced down to 8. And you are now grappled and restrained by the eagle. As the pecks into you, you lose your grip and the talon snatches you from the end.
Wow.
And it just continues on fucking off.
Which direction?
It's going towards, as you sort of look around to try and see where it's going, it's heading directly for the island that you spotted.
I spotted an island.
Yes. When you were
Elijah spotted an island.
Elijah. Well, everyone was looking around. There was,
Oh,
there was an
okay.
island that was observed from
You
the...
look out from the eagle's talon. You spot an island.
It might have been there all along. You really can't say.
It couldn't be sure. But you can see that the island has some small trees and greenery and is centred by a hill, which is presumably where you're being taken.
I will let it happen.
Okay.
I'll look at Gret like, we're doomed, aren't we?
Yeah. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, just let it.
We're
Let it.
going to come back to you guys in a little bit. You guys. You descend down to the dock, and as you're getting there, you can see that this dock is actually in relatively good nick for what it is. It's been here for a long time. You can tell that there's algae and all sorts of stuff growing on it. But none of the wood seems to be overly rotten or worn away. It seems to have weathered against the elements relatively well. But you see that it is jutting into a cave. And in that cave, you can see that there is a small ship floating there. Not much more than a yacht, maybe 24 foot long, 8 feet wide, 6 feet deep. It has a deck, rowing seats, 5 sets of oars, and a steering oar, an anchor, a deck cabin, and a mast with a square sail that's just sat there. It has a name on the front of it that says The Damp Princess.
Wasn't what I was going to go with, but I'm equally as impressed.
What, you found a boat?
Yeah, they found a boat. Were you going to go with Moist Towelette?
No, dirty oar.
Yes.
Looking at this, the wood again seems to be in relative condition, even though for none of you wood is your medium.
Yeah, if only we had someone here who's really good
I
at
know,
with wood.
right? But there are sections of it which have been patched
Sorry, I'm
with
off with a bird.
tar over time. And sat on the deck there is a tar-filled barrel with some drips that are on the side.
Does it look familiar to what I've got? Like the tar from the caves?
No, you're not a savant when it comes to tar. You're not really a good sommelier. It doesn't seem
I
like
only have my bedroll to go off of.
yeah. It seems like it's certainly it's more floral. This one. It smells like it's wood tar rather than it is natural pitch that sort of is formed from rocks and earth and such.
Big bucket of Ronseal.
Effectively, it's a big bucket of wood tar, but it doesn't have the same combustibility that the one that you have seems to have. It seems
I
to
could
be,
smoke in it.
yeah, exactly. This seems like this is sort of just a plain tar rather than your super ever burning type stuff that is an issue.
That crude offshore tar.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I see Smokey, or if he's floating down, can I see where he's likely to land?
Smokey has already landed in the water and is sort of
Flailing.
Little flaily.
Treading
flying
water.
and sort of going.
How close is he, roughly?
He's actually relatively close. The waves are lapping and bringing him slowly closer and closer until he eventually gets to a rock and he
Oh.
just climbs out.
Dries his scales.
Right the scales and then just sort of looks down and just breathes a gout of fire onto the rock and then just climbs and lies on the rock for a little bit just to warm himself.
Great. Does anyone know how to boat?
I mean, there's that big barge thing near Frostfinger. We got on okay with that.
Good. There it is.
I mean, you were there just as much as I was. Okay.
Right.
Let's go have a look at this.
Which way
boat.
is the wind blowing?
The wind is relatively low. The wind is blowing towards you.
Rule of boating.
Towards us when we're facing which way?
Sorry, it's blowing towards you on the shore. So it's blowing wet to the west.
So
It's blowing from the
It's an
island
easterly wind.
Easterly wind, yes.
We'll have to use the
the
oars
sail
then, I
will
think.
not help us at least. Well, we'd need to be extremely good at boating for it to help us, and we're not.
Good observation.
So I think we're going to have to oar it.
Or what?
Yeah.
Oh, I can definitely do that. You know, I like a bit of exertion.
I mean, I'll try, but I feel like this is quite a big boat for 3 people.
Could do with a little bit more arm muscle.
But we haven't got it, so we'll have to make do.
Yeah.
You've
Um,
made this rescue so much harder than what it needed to be. On both sides.
That must be a little fun side quest. No, it's turned into a full problem.
Smokey, come and get on the boat. We're going to try and rescue
How far out
Cassian.
is the rock he's perched on?
Smokey, he's not up. He's actually on the cliffside.
Oh right, sorry, I thought it was just like a rock jutting.
No,
out
he's
from the
eventually
sea.
floats over.
An hour and a half later.
Tops over.
They will probably be at
Dead
the
by
island before we even start off, but hey.
Yeah.
Maybe we should wait for the wind to change direction.
But before we start off, we should at least like I presume there are ropes involved, including one tying us. To
There are
the
2
shore.
tying it to the dock.
And we should inspect the quality of those ropes, see if they're about to snap or anything.
Make an
like
investigation
that.
check.
This
Yeah.
isn't going to go
And,
well.
and I'll look sort of below decks and look for any obvious leaks.
Make an investigation check.
All these weeks of
Ooh.
watching below deck and finally
17.
17.
Investigation.
There's my champagne.
6. I'm
6.
yes.
Okay.
worst yacht chance.
Smells a bit down here.
Does
It's-
anyone know
it
I
does.
don't find any leaks. I find some onions.
It does smell a little bit musty down there, but you do not find any leaks. The bottom of this boat is actually quite dry inside, so it's quite, relatively okay.
Doesn't seem leaky down here. It's all dry.
That's encouraging.
Looking around at the various ropes, the ropes seem to be in actually pretty good condition. The ones tying it to the dock, less so. You know, they've been exposed to water and such. The only ropes that seem to be really in a very bad way are the ones that are tying it on, and then the ones which are attaching the sail. But since you're not intending on using the sail anyway, it's kind of irrelevant. You can just get a normal bit of rope and just tie it up, so it's not a problem.
I mean, we have better rope with us.
You have better rope, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So it's not
yeah
an issue.
let's get the sail down because the wind's blowing the wrong way.
Yes, let us take down. Has it been left with the sail up?
No.
Yeah. So we don't need to put it down.
Make sure it's tied up and won't come
Yeah,
down.
Yeah, yeah. Won't suddenly spring out. Okay,
I'm,
As
in
you-
the, I'm in the cabin.
okay.
Is it nice?
It's there. It's okay. It's basic.
Just
There's a cot that has been sort of constructed into it. That's basically a very mouldy straw.
I'm presuming that a boat this size has some kind of rudder.
Yeah, it has a rudder. It has a rudder or a steering oar, effectively.
Right.
a Venice boat.
Yeah. Well, it's just a handle on the back that just helps guide it.
Yeah.
So
If we
two
row,
row and
can you, Elijah? Can you come up and steer the boat, maybe?
The cabin is clear. There's no one in the cabin.
Because I feel like if we just row, we're going to turn towards whichever side I'm on, because you will row harder than I will, just because of who we are. Because you're considerably stronger than I am.
yeah, I'll put less effort in, try and match up.
Thank you very
I will
much.
steer.
As you start making your preparations and sort of moving around a bit, you do see something start to climb its way out of the tar barrel. And just this muscular, almost demonic figure, just dripping with tar, pulls itself out of the barrel. And
Now hold on, everyone. Look at the pythons on that thing.
just looks at each of you.
Hi.
Howdy.
I will speak to it in Infernal.
Okay.
Say, hello.
It does not respond.
Are you the captain of this fine vessel? Can we borrow your boat?
It reaches down and just starts to write on one of the plank with its fingers, just leaving a little task. Do any of you, any of you three, read Primordial?
No.
No?
No.
I thought Primordial was a language that you guys knew.
Nope.
And he goes,
No, I was really hoping for Infernal because I can do that one too.
and he goes, then just writes in common, why?
Big two-headed eagle took our friend and flew off to an island. We want to go and get him back.
Leisure.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage?
Yay! Yay for lying. Well, you needed that.
I don't know, they're both half decent, but that is an unnatural 20.
Nods and just starts to walk forward and stands on the ship.
You coming? Cool.
Right, let's get
So,
to
yeah,
rowing.
what were you
As we all were
thinking?
before this fine gentleman come on.
We were thinking we'd row and our friends here could steer. Do you have any better suggestions? I mean, I'm guessing you know this better than we do. No? Okay.
Right. Get on with it
I
then.
guess we're taking a new friend for a trip as well.
Smokey, don't breathe too close to the nice gentleman.
Smokey, don't breathe at all. We're on a wooden vessel.
You'll get wet again.
Large candle. Which is very flammable.
Climbs up the mast and just sits at the top, but just clings to the top of it, looking out like this. It's like
He's a
Captain.
cabin boy.
It's like Captain.
show you the
It's
world.
kind of like Captain Morgan, but if he was like holding on sideways, just sort of leaning out, just.
Without knees.
And a lizard.
Let's not forget the finer detail.
The attitude of Captain Morgan just sort of holding on, just looking
No
out,
hat.
sort of thing. Yeah.
That That's what people would question
I'm
first. Where's his
guessing
hat?
you're not referencing Ron.
He's on a
No.
boat.
Okay, that's the only Captain Morgan
No,
I
it's,
know.
it's the Captain Morgan. It's one
It's
thing.
just
the one
a.
around.
well-known-
It's just the sort of the attitude of Captain Morgan standing on there, looking out to sea, except he's holding on. Actually, no. Do you know what's better on Jack Sparrow as the boat comes in as it's sinking?
Yes, that's better. That's better.
Better.
Hopefully this
I
sinking.
wiggle the oar backwards and forwards.
Am I doing anything?
The steering oar.
It's probably quite heavy. Might not wiggle very well.
Well, I know that on the olden time, like, that's what they used to do with it, to kind of get it to go forward a little bit.
It's like
That's
a
if someone, yeah.
Yeah, use it as a
Skull.
little.
Give
little
it a
Scully.
fanny waggle, yeah.
yeah. The big tarp thing just reaches over and just pushes along the edge of the boat and reaches and gets this big stick that's been stuck on and just use it to just hook along, anchoring against the pylons that come in and just using that to pull themselves along.
That's what the stick was for.
Yeah.
And let's
I thought
get
it was
to
the hook
rowing.
line.
So the two of you are below decks, which is where your seats
Why have all the
are.
ducks got
That's
hooks in their
So,
head?
I am going to say, for the purposes of this, I need you two to make strength checks.
What's athletics?
Well, sure, we'll say athletics.
Rowing's an athletic
in your
sport.
case, yours is controlling it so that it's matching the speed so much. I need you to make a perception check, first of all, to see if you can navigate successfully.
Oh no.
Is it a 1
Of course it
It's
is.
still going to be higher than mine.
for a total of
8.
8?
It's a 3.
Don't you have a sorcerer ability that lets you do something to your skill checks if you fail?
That is, it is a fate. It is a
In
missed
fact, don't
attack
you have
or a
something that allows you
failed
to-
saving throw.
You have a thing that helps you with your skill checks, do you
I
not?
believe that's if I declare it in advance.
Oh.
And it's also once a day, the Tides of Chaos.
Gotcha.
Oh, God.
Unless you have him do.
Unless I make you do
wild
your
sorcery.
roll, yes.
This is...
Alright, so that's the puny strength of rowing that seems to happen as you both
God.
struggle to try and get the oars to
Oh, no.
drag through.
We've not done much rowing before.
I've not done any rowing before.
The ship is moving, technically. You're
I
not
suppose
entirely
this is
certain.
now a ship because there is a captain. Before it was a boat.
Boats are submarines, technically. Naval speak, boats are submarines.
My understanding has always been that a ship is governed by a captain, a boat is governed by committee.
In pure military naval terms,
I'm sure that's probably right.
I genuinely like upsetting people by calling ships boats.
Let's go on the big
There we
boat.
go. So the boat,
Naval ship.
the ship is technically moving. You're not entirely certain whether it's due to your efforts or due to just tide, but it is moving in a direction.
26.
26 in your perception. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Okay.
19.
Land
+7.
ho!
You are.
Nice when you haven't got the huge negative thing.
It is, yeah. I've actually got some sort of skills there.
You're in a good enough position where you can sort of see from the back of the ship the steering
I can
column.
see Cassie
Yeah.
flailing.
You're basically stood on top of the rear cabin, which is where you can sort of see and steer. You can see where the island is, and you can start to see the sandbars that are just below the surface, and you're able to steer. You're like, okay, well, I can do this to avoid. I could probably do this in like an hour and still avoid them, but you manage to steer so that you can just.
We're moving that slowly. The crash is fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're coming! Anyway.
It's like the being run over by a steamroller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Zamboni.
Zamboni.
But you are watching this rescue, as it technically is.
Bum, ba-da-bum, bum, bum,
I
ba-da-bum.
think the rescue's going to need rescuing before we.
This is your life for the next sort of hour and a half or so, as you slowly move the 4,000 feet to get to the island.
I gesture towards the tar captain.
Mm-hmm.
Any drinks on board?
He goes in and just reaches out and then just pulls out a cup. It's full of tar. It tastes terrible. It smells great. It smells nice and floral, but it tastes terrible. You now can't open your mouth to.
Oh no. It's like
No, you can't even do that.
tea.
That,
Big
that's an
Werther's.
improvement.
with dental
That happened.
And we're not above Dex to enjoy it.
You, it's going back to you on your Burb Island.
My Burb Island.
You have,
want best pal on the Burb
By the time we get there, they
You'll
will be,
swung
like,
back
fully
the other direction.
indoctrinated into the bird
Yeah,
colony.
we are birds now. Leave us be.
Great walking around.
just walk like a chicken.
Settle down, you have eggs of your own.
The two of you have settled into the flight, and you have rapidly come across.
They're in flight now.
trolley comes along.
You got four different perfumes and a big Toblerone.
Anything from the duty free.
Anything from the trolley, dear?
But
Take them all.
But as you land, the eagle seems to come into land. You can see that the hill that is set in the centre has a bunch of trees that have been uprooted and stuck in there like a nest.
Oh.
And it drops you down into the thing from a height. So I need both of you and Greg to make dexterity saving throws. And I will roll for the benefit. Great. Good. Poor. Dex save, please, from you. Bye, Connor.
Do I get advantage on this? Because I don't.
You do, yes. You can
Sorry,
see
Wiggle.
you can see the ground coming up before you.
She just kicked me off. Advantage.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's a dex save. Did you say?
Yes.
17.
17. Okay. Falling from this height, which is about 80 feet.
Oh.
It's not insubstantial, and you are no longer raging, but you do manage to at least bounce and roll in a decent enough way. Grit does not.
Thunk. Yeah.
You manage to avoid taking the fall out. You take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Just, that hurts. Grit just slams into the ground, and it just.
So we landed on trees.
You basically bounced off trees into a nest.
Into a nest.
So you were in this sort of rather steep divot in the hill
Mm.
where the bird has made its home. It lands on the crest of it, looking down at you. The two heads sort of.
Oh, I just roll onto my back and look up at it if I'm lying here. Hi. Look over at Grit. Are you alright?
Ow.
Okay, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I try and like get out and like stumble to my feet a little bit and just kind of.
The two heads both turn.
How it's big.
Huge.
Like,
He's got 40-foot wingspan. He is about 20 feet tall. He's pretty substantial. And he is now, at this point, probably about 10 feet above you where his feet are.
hi. I mean, you brought us here, but okay, we're not here to hurt you. We would like to go back. Can we fly back?
Make an animal handling check.
Hey, I'm great at these. That's a 15.
15? Okay.
Fly back that way. Back, yeah, yeah.
It seems to be having a conversation with itself as you have this, trying to persuade it to do
I'm gonna
things.
go over and try and like help Grit up.
He pushes a button on his thing and his armor just decompresses down into its sort of smaller form.
Why the hell did they grab you? Maybe you're shiny.
Shiny.
They like
yeah.
shiny. Birds like shiny.
Birds
I
like
told you polish it too much, dude. It was gonna get us in trouble one day.
Look, it didn't get us in trouble when we were trying to do that thing that one time. But it
Yeah,
didn't-
but like that worked. The shiny worked. But this, I've always birds, man.
You should generalise, but yeah, fine. Birds like shiny, I'll bear it in mind. Next design, dull gunmetal
Dull
grey.
gunmetal.
Yeah, just
That-
dull it,
that's
music down.
cool.
It'd look cool.
Anyway, I've asked them to see if they could fly us
They
back.
understand you.
I don't know.
Birds
They're having a talk.
They're now having a look down
They're
at
having
you.
a chat.
Looking down at you.
Yeah? Back?
Hops off and just disappears off the side.
Can I see anything in this nest? Is anything else in this
Make an
nest?
investigation check or perception, whichever you prefer.
Where?
Investigation.
That's a 7. So that's a 10.
10. You look around, there's a few bits and pieces that are sort of scattered in here. There's a few animal carcasses that have been picked clean. There's a boat that's here.
Ah!
Well, it's not a massive one, like a
little
rowboat
rowboat.
kind of thing that has been picked up and has dropped here, just like just here. Few what seem to be big fish bones that are just sort of scattered around. And just sort of making this realization. You just see the bird come back up and then just drop a large half salmon, like a massive salmon, like yay big. Just drop it into those.
Does he want us to eat that?
You were the one talking to the animal. You
Well,
tell me.
he's not talking back.
Uh-huh.
He went, oh. Oh. I go over to the fish. I pick up the fish. It's like. And I mimic eat. Nom, 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 nom.
Make
Not
a-
actually eating
Make a
it.
performance check.
4? I can't actually take a bite of it.
You like sushi, do you?
It's a big, unscaled, raw hunk of salmon. But both bird heads nod in different frequencies. It just regurgitates some more back up for you.
Oh,
It just lands over you, just covering you in regurgitated fish.
I proceed to vomit up what was in my mouth.
Grip's like,
I put the salmon back down gently.
the other head looks at Grip. Chris.
I shake.
Chris.
Just. Oh, oh, oh. I do not speak bird, apparently.
Just hear a noise coming from behind you.
Was that you? I've told you to oil your armour.
No, my arm. I did the thing. The armor's in them.
Oh, God.
Turn around and you see two small baby versions, which are still about the size of a horse.
A horse-faced human face.
No!
A llama-sized horse.
A llama-sized horse face.
One day I will just generate just a elephant-sized horse creature for you to fight, and just like, right, this is what you fucking deserve.
Yeah, that'd be a
With
terrible
the
always-
idea.
It's got to always have a human face.
It's got you. These two small ones just sort of- and just start licking you, but their tongues are slightly barbed. As it licks against you, it just rasps against you, and you take an
What, rasp isn't a word that's used often.
Rasp.
It's a good word, isn't it?
Rasped.
You take 3 points of just
Rasp
slashing damage.
damage.
Yeah, just like slashing
Oh,
damage. It just
get
like,
off! Get off! Get off!
It's sort of like catching the drips of the food as you
Shake it.
flick it
I
around.
lick it back
I
with
like-
my axe.
I like wipe it all off and try and get it off. Oh, get away! Look, the salmon! Look,
Persuasion check. Or animal handling, actually, this is funny.
What's your worst one?
that's a 19.
19.
Look.
They start to peck at the little salmon.
Does it think we're babies? Like, we don't look anything like. Are they birds with like 2 little heads? They're
Yeah.
4 heads. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
But
So-
with 2 heads each.
2 heads each, yes. They're just sort of pecking away at it.
Oh.
Meanwhile, in the ocean.
Meanwhile,
Feel
the-
like pina colada.
You two are getting exhausted by this point. You've only rode for about
You're
10
gonna
minutes.
arrive.
You've gone like 3 feet.
They're gonna arrive absolutely drenched.
Yeah.
We will save them tomorrow.
You wake up the next day and you've actually drifted further north because of the tides.
What do your vampire eyes see? They've taken the morons to Isengard.
You do look around again now that you've seen the babies. You see the remnants of 4 shells here,
Oh.
but only 2 birds.
They ate their younglings.
I mean,
Great, they eat the babe. Great, they eat the babe.
What?
Yes, as Grit's there making a scrambled egg. Found these massive eggs.
Well, I know I'm not great at counting, but there's 4 eggs,
Yeah. Oh
2 babies.
shit.
But she's brought them food. Why would she have eaten her
Babies.
I don't think she.
Are we food for the babies?
I-
I mean, he did just try to link me in at her. Oh,
there's
God.
obviously another parent somewhere.
I was just saying, have we killed any of them recently?
You haven't. You're okay.
I mean,
Yeah, that's the
literally,
genuine question.
Some javelins got through.
I was going to
pretty
say,
wide.
did you sorry harpoon one?
But thankfully, I completely failed to
Are we
miss
about to
anything.
be
We're
sent to
fine.
the
missed
other
what
side
you
of
were
the
aiming
continent
at.
to go and
You
find
don't know
another
what-
revival
I ended up hitting a scorpion.
Oh, yeah.
You must go to the Western Archipelagos and go and retrieve another diadem to revive my child. This is another, you must prove yourself. Here is
What-
7
what do you
deadly
mean-
tasks.
What do you mean, a me special?
And there's a prismatic wall.
Another obelisk.
Must dive through face first.
It's not a rugby-shaped ball, it's a football-shaped ball.
It's a football-shaped rugby ball.
Yeah, it's a football-shaped rugby ball.
I thought one day you guys can fucking run your own campaign.
This is what you set yourself up for.
What's the...
You watch the big ones, the parent seemingly leans down and just starts pushing you and Grit closer together.
Now kiss.
Just, just uses the head, just sort of nudge you together and just. Just bops you on the head with its head.
Oh,
Then just does it to its little kids and just bops each of them with a beak.
I think it thinks we're babies, but we don't have 2 heads. Look, okay. Excuse me, Mr. Bird.
I do believe you are mistaken in your endeavours.
We're not your babies. We are people. We don't have feathers. Look, one head. I go over to. Oh, Brit's not wearing armor anymore, is he?
No.
God damn it. We no feathers. We don't have beaks. We can't fly. Look.
Look at me.
Nowhere. Nothing.
Reaches down and just picks you up with a towel and just gently just.
Oh, look, you did it. Oh, Murloc entered the nest.
You'll have to toss me.
Not the
Like
beer!
a bigger turkey.
Just flicks you a little bit just to watch you whoosh, arc through the air.
I'm gonna get myself killed. I'm on like 20 hit points.
Take 3 points down as you hit a tree and bounce into the nest again.
Oh, grid, didn't work, grid. I don't know what else to do. I'm so hurt.
I'm in immeasurable
I'm
amounts
covered in birdseed.
of salmon.
And salad.
The bird reaches over. Grit reaches over and just casts cure wounds on you.
Oh, thank you.
You're a pretty shit surf and turf right now.
Gives you 9 hit points.
Oh, amazing.
It's okay. It's alright.
Ugh.
Just wipes his handle to the down and the bottom.
Maybe. Maybe we play along until they're asleep and we try and sneak away.
Can we?
Yeah.
Can I go to the lip of the nest and see if I can try and see over?
Yeah, you're skilled enough at climbing trees. You can just sort of scramble up to the side and just sort of stand there and have a look at them. They just sort of stood there, you just look around. It's a relatively it's a nice island. It's cozy enough. You see just sort of running around. You can see the sort of the waves lapping. A couple of wild boar that seem to be running through the sparse trees at the bottom. Just running rampant. A couple of them jump into the sea every so often and then come back to land.
Is it how big is the island?
It's probably about
Massive.
it's huge. No, it's probably maybe. It's probably about the size of the overall footprint of, like, your average rugby stadium, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So it's a little bit, probably
Yeah,
more Twickenham
it's
size, but it's quite
It's
small
relatively
football stadium.
small for an island.
relatively small for an island that's just sort of separated
Yeah,
off.
so
but
you can see
you can see either end.
you can see ocean all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Probably just a bit bigger than.
Is there much? There's a lot of trees around.
There's a few trees. Yeah,
yeah.
there's the mound, which seems to be enough to
Are we?
suit the
Is it,
bird.
are we up? We're up on a hill.
Not a very steep hill, but
No,
it's like
it's very slow.
yeah. And this seems to be this divot this bird has carved the nest out of.
I try and I like.
You just hit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just the head comes round and just looks at you discerningly.
Sorry. I'll give up.
Just
Yeah,
gently
yeah.
pushes you back in with a wing and just slide down the tree.
Ugh. Maybe we wait until they're asleep. Although I don't know how we're going to get off the island. I mean, there's a boat over there.
You want to try and carry the boat out of the nest.
Well, we're two strong lads. We're really all the strength this group has. If we put our strength together, we can probably row this boat pretty well. Hey, we could probably even meet the guys back over there.
So, are you doing the Lord of the Rings?
I'm keeping the beat for him.
Keeping the rhythm.
Bum 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 bum.
That's really sort of nice and aspirational. It's not really
Helping.
indicative of
I
what we're
have no
actually-
idea what I'm doing, but I saw this once in a rowing contest.
After a little while of
Mush.
ineffective rowing, you swap sides and give it another go. So both of you can make another athletics check.
Whenever you're ready.
Give my
That's
drumming
better.
arms a bit of a rest.
That is a 15.
And an 8.
Okay, just I'm not sure yet, but with my lovely drumming.
Inspiration?
Count as an
Sure.
inspiration.
You may add inspiration to a d6 inspiration if you would like.
What do you get for an ability?
Oh yeah, thing happens, doesn't it?
Oh, make that a 13.
You can roll the die again and choose which roll to use.
Okay, so let's either a 17 in total
We'll keep it at a
or
13.
or a 19 in total.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
I've got the hang of this now.
Dum 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 dum.
With the two of you now switching positions, getting a better idea, you've gone further to the front of the boat. So you're now at a point where although you're dragging behind, a lot of weight behind you, there's less resistance from the weight that's up front. So you're able to sort of pull through and able to get a bit better steering going on. So you're able to navigate and actually start the boat and the ship sailing a little bit better. It's still not an easy ship for two people to row, but it's moving more than it was. And you are sort of making a beeline to it. So you are sort of slowly going along.
There once was a ship
There's
put to sea. The name of the ship was a damp princess. The wind's powered up and blown her sails,
Yes.
and all those boys did row.
soon then the tar man comes.
I think we need to name our new friend Tarquin.
Yeah. Oh wait, where did Tarquin come? What was Tarquin?
He's the thing that came out of the barrel. as
No,
well.
no, no. But that's the name Tark. I'm sure
It's
we've had a
just a
joke.
name.
It's just a name.
I feel like we had a joke about Tarquin not long ago.
I'm sure there is.
It's one of the posh boy names.
Tarquin.
Yes. But anyway, so you are at least making
Seven.
some form of. You are making some form of haste towards the island.
This is tough, but I think I'm getting the hang of it. How are you doing, pal?
Better, I think.
I'm really getting
I
a sweat
feel
on
it.
up here.
I can feel it doing my shoulders. No, this feels like
I'm going to be henched
Like
by every
torture.
time.
So I'm going to say make a and this will be just a dexterity check just to see how well you are able to.
Oh, this
Remember,
is
you are a
where-
pass. You can add half your proficiency.
No, that's a 7.
Looks like a 1.
Oh, wait. No, that's the one. That's
Ah,
the 7.
there you go.
That's
That's
the
the seven.
7.
So it's just straight dexterity.
Straight dex, yes. With half your proficiency.
Oh, okay. 11.
11. Okay. You manage to avoid. You do. You're sort of a little bit confident now. You're going this, and you sort of go, okay, yeah, we've got loads of time. You suddenly feel it surge and go forward a little bit faster. You're like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, they're fine. You start to go, shit! You yank the paddle to one side, and you just feel the boat lurch as you graze a sandbank. And it doesn't. You know, you're not going fast enough to plough into it and get stuck. It just sort of bounces off
You
the side.
finally get it going and we beach.
Look at this, you're not going anywhere.
This is easy!
It's like walking on air.
I don't think I'd have the heart to go and tell him.
Yeah,
You're doing so
Keep
well.
going, guys.
Just digging a little hole.
It's just making it worse.
But you are, now into the open ocean past the sandbanks and sort of going on the next sort of few hundred, 1,000 or so feet that you are getting towards the island.
Oh, Luke never anticipated this.
I figured that you would still have Cassian with you.
Yeah, so did we.
This is a
I figured this was just going to be a save grit session. I wouldn't have to split my focus between Mama Bird and.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's funny.
This is the bullet D&D.
All right.
Oh, jeez. I did debate. I was like, I know why he's doing this. I'm not going to let it happen.
Okay. So.
Sorry.
That's fine. So as you guys are starting to get closer and closer, it takes you the better part of maybe a couple of hours before you're going to start getting there. So you and Grit are still sat there, you covered in bird sick, and small little baby birds just sort of bouncing around and playing a little bit, pecking at you every so often, trying to get little bits of gristle out of your hair and just sort of nuzzling up to you, and then
trying
just,
to eat me.
and then they just sort of curl up and they just go to sleep next to you.
Okay, that was rather cute.
But you notice that as they sleep, one head is still alert. So one is asleep, the other one is just awake. Just
Must be really handy having 2 heads. You can sleep and be awake at the same time. It's really cool. 2 heads, 1 body. Do you ever sleep at the same time? Oh, you understood me. And then when you go to sleep, he wakes up? Wow. Fascinating.
What a dumb idea.
What a stupid idea. No. I sleep. I'll sleep now. I'll go to sleep.
it's like lunchtime. It's like
Yeah.
noon, 1 o'clock.
I'm gonna.
It's shady here though, so
I'm gonna have a nap.
Yeah, there's loads of birds.
Oh, well, I'm gonna
take a short rest.
I'm gonna short rest. Sure. Yeah. Sure.
You and Grit both sort of take a little cat nap.
Yeah.
Sort of
Can I
rest a
roll
bit.
some?
Roll some hit dice. Yep. As you do take a nap,
Yes.
the mother bird does seem to. You see this actually, Elijah. You do see the big bird take off. Why are you rolling d6s?
Oh.
Your hit dice are d12s.
Oh my sweet lord! Today is not a good day for numbers. I read a 60.
16 what?
I thought, oh, I've got 12 D6s. I read that backwards.
No, you've got 21 d6s.
Christ.
You do see the big bird take off and just sort of head out to sea.
Still no better.
I mean, actually can't every time.
Oh, Wait.
Add con each time.
Oh, so that was a 3,
So 7.
7, and then I rolled a 5. So it's 12. Add
So 16.
16. I'll roll another one. 26. 30. I got 30 points back. Yay!
And you
Thanks.
used 3 hit dice.
Yes.
How does it feel, Connor, to be on the other side of the of a foot?
3.
That bit you never got wrong.
Yeah,
It was just the rest of the character sheet you had a problem.
yeah, it's just all the other numbers that were wrong.
Today has been a
It's been a hoot.
Macan.
You do see the bird take off and just disappear off into the off towards the ocean.
You hear from above deck, well, it's either eaten them or they've escaped. My gold's uneaten.
Are those the only options?
Well, the big eagle has left.
I've been hoping they're still alive. Because if it was hungry, it would have eaten them straight away. It might be leaving them on the island to save for later. We can still rescue them.
And hey, if they are dead, they've got some nice stuff we might want to pick up. He says, trying to
This is the longest looting that has ever happened.
trying
The
to
slowest loot ever.
trying to appeal to
Yes,
what really
but we
matters.
can rob them.
Are you robbing them if
I can
But
hear
money.
I can hear your alignment through the deck board.
Okay. So partway after your little nap, you do wake up and you find that Mama Bird has gone.
Great.
What?
she's gone.
Uh,
He's gone. Never really guessed.
uh,
They've gone.
Alright.
Shall we try and like get the boat and get out of here?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Go over and pick the boat up.
Pick it up.
Oh, actually, can we look at it to see if it's still in, like, working?
Make an investigation
If there's
check.
any holes in it. No point rolling in it. Whee, oh,
Looks good.
that's a 7.
You do get to add. I think you get to add your proficiency bonus to it because you, you're doing wood carving. 10. It seems intact. Nothing seems overly rotten. There's no major holes. There's no oars.
I've got a
But
big
it's
axe.
like
I've got a big axe.
yeah,
Let's
it's
go.
basically like a canoe.
Yeah.
kind of
Okay.
thing.
All right. Let's hold it up. Let's go. Okay.
So
Yeah, we're gonna Pirates of the Caribbean it.
Okay.
Flip it upside down and walk along the bottom of the ocean.
How are we gonna carry this? Because
You got the front. I got the back.
all right. So he picks it up and he starts walking up it. It just becomes level.
Yeah.
But you managed to. Birds both.
Come with us.
They start following you.
Rope onto
Let's go flying.
They start following you.
sea turtles, mate.
Can you guys fly? You can't fly. Okay. Well.
They're useless. Can they row?
Can you row?
Oh yeah, like hens. They just beat.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you should probably stay in the nest. Wait for Mum. We'll be back.
Make a deception check to the
We're
bird.
making the nest clean. You don't want this icky bug in there.
Make a deception check. Deceive baby birds. You
Baby
monster.
It'll be fine, they've only got bird
Oh.
brains.
21.
Can't believe you would lie like that to a bird's face.
Faces.
Face
A
says
baby
you're
bird.
gonna upset 2 babies.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep the nest tidy. This is horrible. We'll be back in a moment.
So's the feng shui all out.
We'll be back in a moment.
I really hope they're leaving from the other side of the island. So we arrive. Ah.
There's a whole other place over there.
magical. No, it's Toys R Us.
It's a magical place.
Where are you aiming? Where you head? You get up onto the lip. Where are you facing? You're sort of on the southern tip of the island, or southern
Can we
cusp
see
of
the
it?
mainland?
Yeah, it's to your
Oh,
right.
edge of the mainland.
Okay, make a perception check.
Can they see the damn princess?
A perception check. There's a 17.
Okay, you do.
One of those. That's
Yeah.
You do see as you're sort of going along carrying this thing, you take a quick look around, you can't see the bird, which is good. You can't see any animals sort of running around. You do see something very slowly wobbling its way.
Compose. Poise.
Stately.
Yeah. It's the royal yacht of over there
Stately
has
as a
arrived.
galleon.
Yeah, huh?
Grit,
Yeah.
do you see that or is it just me?
Bum, 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 bum,
There's something very slowly wobbling its way towards us. It's in no way stately or serene in any way
No.
whatsoever.
It looks a bit rickety. It's all over the place a
It
little
looks slow as fuck.
bit. Do you think it's them?
Probably.
You know, maybe they don't want rescuing at all. Maybe we should just leave them and
Fall forward and into the abyss.
I mean, maybe if we head on out, we can meet them halfway.
Does the
It'd be
wind
cool
change
to make
direction
them-
yet?
It'd be cruel to make them roll the way out here.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you want to wash first? I don't want to get in a boat with you smelling like that.
No, that's fair. I was gonna rinse up in the ocean anyway.
Fair.
I'll
Right.
go for a swim.
Carry the boat down onto the shore and just make a stealth check for me.
Christ.
Like one for Grit as well. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's an unnatural 20.
Okay, Grit roll 16 plus stuff. And the two of you just managed to make it onto the land and put the boat in the water. Still nothing. Just Grit hops in, you give it a shove, push it
sorry,
on.
is it actually like night time?
No,
No?
no, it's daytime. It's like lunchtime, middle of the day.
Mm.
Just taking you a couple of hours to get there.
As I just how I went in the ocean.
You're about to push the boat into the ocean.
Yeah, like rinse myself off.
Yeah.
Can I duck my head under the water,
Mm-hmm.
fully submerge, just like rinse all the puke out of my hair,
Mm-hmm.
and I realise I can breathe?
Yeah. So you get there, you go underwater, you
I'll come out, and like. I'll do it again.
you stick your face in. You can breathe under here. What are you doing?
I can breathe.
So can I, we're above that.
I mean, in the water.
Ah, fascinating. Can we get away from the big bird? We'll worry about
yeah.
We'll worry about this after we
Okay,
figure out whether
okay.
Elijah can go up waterfalls. Let's deal with this problem later.
Okay. It's just really weird.
Why are you rowing? You've got an outboard motor.
Jelly bowls.
Jelly bubbles. Okay, I'll push the boat out and like jump in.
Okay.
It's like,
Really
well, I
pushing
mean,
the boat in.
I've never really done much swimming before, but I think
What are
some
you
breathing-
rowing with?
My axe.
I mean, you're more.
Okay, no,
Kayak.
yeah,
You're more
alright,
kayak.
okay, that was just a
Yeah.
Yeah, that's us. Get your own thing.
With the big hacks that you have, it's not the easiest thing to
No,
do to
but
row with a
it's
great
better
axe
than
with a
nothing.
hammerhead on the end of it.
I've
But,
got
you know,
2 spoons and a fork. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do.
Grit gets a spoon and just starts.
Yeah.
Grit does get one of the spoons. He does start bailing out because it is. There's a little bit of water.
Oh,
There's a little bit
no.
of water as you jumped in to get into it. You sort of dragged down on it.
I've got a wizard staff. I've not tried to do
I've got a
anything.
scythe. If you want to borrow one. It's probably the better one of the three.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my horn fail. Like there's nothing else. There's nothing
You get
else.
drunk on the boat.
There's nothing else. I've got my
Can't get
Arcanium
drunk on
hand
the
axe. Is my
Your what, sorry?
my Arcanium hand axe?
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the other hand axe. I'm
That's a
guessing
hand axe.
that's this one.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. I mean, I've never really been done take swimming seriously, but like, is it normal that people can breathe underwater? Like, I don't.
I mean, traditionally, no.
I don't think so, and I've never really noticed it. But then I haven't really
You
been
don't need to
swimming
breathe.
lately, and just like maybe it's just a. I don't know.
There was the himbo at Newfound Town. Maybe it's a himbo thing.
Could be.
Maybe it's a himbo thing.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe he's
Cassian
himbo.
Himbo.
He's a little bit of a himbo.
He's gone past.
Let's just say he deals with wood.
I'm a lumberjack.
Okay. Suspenders and a bra. What? Anyway, yeah, you are sort of rowing yourself out, and you are making pretty decent headway because you are basically in a two-person canoe, pootling along. You're like in God of War, where you just sort of
Yeah. No,
You see
boy.
a small boat coming towards you at a reasonable speed.
I'll walk to the front of the boat.
Uh-huh.
Do I see them?
You can see the two of them just sort of rowing towards you.
Well, it's a successful mission. We have rescued them.
Can we hear?
Yeah, you can hear him.
We have.
What?
Yeah. I have single-handedly fended off this giant eagle, and I'm retrieving them now. And I try and like throw a rope over to them.
Super insight check
Insight
on that.
check.
An inside check. Roll deception.
10.
Ooh. Dirty 20.
So close. 15.
15. Bullshitting. Yours was a...
10.
No, he's fought off the big thing. Seems to be okay. You know he's full of it.
Fire off a couple of random Eldritch blasts. What
Flares.
does Tarquin think of that?
Tarquin is just sort of stood there going, just shaking his head at you.
With that cup of tar.
Yeah. He is also now holding onto the oar because you let go and it just sort of flaps
No.
loosely in the waves and you were just sort of starting to slowly...
Careering.
Listing lazily to the left.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I throw them a little rope.
Rope
Oh,
thrown,
okay.
Rick grabs onto it and just holds on.
Oh, hey guys! We thought it was you guys come in.
Yes, we decided as a group to come and rescue
Oh,
you.
that's really good of you guys. I mean, the bird didn't really do a lot. He just, they kind of just picked us up, put it in its nest, and just we managed to escape. I mean, she kind of flew away, so we managed to just get out of here. And then,
That's great. Can you maybe come down and help us way back to land before it comes back?
yeah, that's fair.
Hal
That's
is
it.
more or
That's
less just lying
good.
on his
Good
own.
getaway. Me and Grits, alright. I've been just using my axe. So.
Yes, we've been rowing for so long.
At least you guys have real oars. Let's go.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
We don't know.
It's his
climbed
boat.
Out, he
Be
climbed out
polite.
about on the boat who seemed friendly and let us borrow it.
Ah. Hi.
We've been calling him Tarquin. He doesn't really talk.
Hi, Tarquin. Do you know about the big bird? You do? Oh. There's a big bird. Let's go. Sweet. Let's go.
Turn us around, Elijah. Back to the cave.
Dunk.
We go back to the cave, okay?
It's the big arc.
I mean, you could follow the coastline on the boat if you wanted to and just keep going.
He's got a point,
We
actually.
could, but Tarquin might not like that. It's his boat.
It's up to you, you can ask him.
Which
Well,
way
I
is the
can't
island?
because I'm
Oh,
down on
Well,
the
you
Yeah,
know.
we could ask him his name instead of just calling him Tarquin. But
No, well, I
yeah.
don't even bother asking him, I just carry on.
Which way was the island? I thought the island was out from the
It
coast.
was.
So it was that from the coast, yeah.
Yeah,
you were
so
going
we could go back so we could ask. We
and
could
then
direct
follow the
each other.
coast round back towards Sevenholm rather than walk.
I'm just
Or
going
at
to
least
direct
back
the boat
towards
that way.
Frostfinger.
Fossfinger even. Yeah, you definitely can't get to Sevenholm from by boat. It's a bit of a
Because
problem.
it's not on the coast.
well, there's,
No,
there's
it's-
the river.
Yes, but the river doesn't run that way. Be a bit of a
Hey, we're
trek.
so good at rowing. It'd be
Uh-huh.
fine.
Tarquin just sort of watches you steer the boat north and away from the island, and just seems happy that his boat's being used more than anything else.
Aw. So we're gonna head home. Heading home, 7 home now with a little
Uh,
detour.
Frostfinger first, I think. And that's
Frostfinger.
on the coast. It'd be easier to get.
That's
to.
true. Hey, we could pick up Winsome. Let him
Yes.
know of our travels.
Well, at this point, as you are changing direction, you are now starting to head north. You can choose to use the sail and try and tack to utilise it to get you going northward, rather than just rowing.
Yeah.
Does anyone have proficiency in sea vehicles?
I unwrap the sail, unknowing what I have just done.
I'm
No.
proficient in land vehicles.
No.
So you're good at carts.
I'm proficient in playing
Cook's
cards.
utensils.
Ah. Everyone has a trade. It's none of them.
Not boating.
A land yacht would use a sail.
Tarquin must know.
Chief
Tarquin.
Gazebo putter upper.
Can you do the sail? The sail? What? This is not your boat? You don't know how to sail the boat? Are you a stowaway? What are you? then?
Inside.
Again, inside check.
Oh. I always forget about insight. He's a tall one.
Does he
Oh,
have like a
Jesus.
face?
Yeah, but it's kind of like a just dripping tar, and it's just like two glowing eye sockets, and just sort of like that sort of demonic mouth kind of thing.
Yeah.
25.
25. He's not. He doesn't believe he's a stowaway, but it's also not his boat.
I'm fine with it.
I mean,
I
there's
mean,
no
it's
one else
probably
on
more
here.
his boat than anyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no one else here now. So.
But
He's
the
by
transit probably
squatters' rights.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
He's been on it longer than anyone else. Thus, it is his.
The sail comes out and just starts flapping and blowing with the wind. It's not a strong breeze, but it's enough to give you a little bit of movement if you tack it correctly.
I try and tack it correct.
Make an intelligence check.
Yay!
I'll say with advantage because grit will help you.
Yay! That's a 9. That's 18.
18. Nice. Smash through the low bar that I set. Uh,
You get what you roll.
you are, between the two of you, able to sort of work out the angle so that you can capture it so that it does catch the wind and it does drag you in a forward momentum rather than just sort of following with the wind and just take you sideways. So you are able to tack using the wind and get yourself sailing so you no longer require the use of oars, at least for the moment whilst the wind is blowing. You're able to take a
You
rope
guys
to rest.
did a good job sailing across that ocean.
Yeah, it was
A bit bumpy.
definitely felt the effort.
Mm. No, you would have. I mean, if we hadn't sailed up to me, you would have gotten here pretty quickly.
We were getting the hang of it.
I wasn't.
As the boat sort of continues on and just goes round the peninsula that was sticking out, you just hear from the distance. It's almost a lamenting sort of sound.
Aww. I feel a bit bad that we left.
By the way, Cassian stinks.
I went in the ocean.
I mean, we probably don't smell great.
Oh, you smell of sweat. He smells of vomit and salmon and sea and all sorts of terribleness.
Yeah, she puked on me. She gave me a fish and then she puked on me. I don't know if that means she loves me, but I think she thought we were.
Our dating life must be very weird.
Yeah, I've had that a few times. I think she thought we were her babies. Maybe, I don't know, but she had 2 quite cute babies.
I think for now we could hang a rope over the side and you can go down and have another bath even while we're sailing. Or we could call up some.
I mean, if you want me to stop
Water
rowing.
ski behind her. No, you can carry on by the wind.
Oh, the wind now. I mean, yeah, to be fair, I could do with another bath. I only had a quick wash. But hey, I found something out. I can, let me show you. I'll kind of hang a rope off, I'll tie a rope round my waist.
Mm-hmm.
And I will get Grit to hold, or I'll tie the other end to the mast. And I will go in the water.
I would also hold on to it as well as
Yeah.
any side.
And I will go in the water and just kind of tail along. But the rope is got, and
Rope goes
I will
taut.
just swim, but I'll stay under there for like. I mean, Colin, I could just stay under there for 4 minutes anyway.
Yes.
But I'll stay under there for like a full
4 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah.
You just stay under
Quite
there
a
for a
while.
good 5 minutes or so.
He's
And then I'll come up.
been under a while, but he's swimming. He must be okay.
Yeah, I've also got a swim speed of 30
Yeah.
feet. So I'm just gonna like swim.
No, your swim speed should be the same as your movement speed, is it not?
I said it. I can breathe underwater and have a 30-foot swim speed.
Huh.
I don't
Of
know.
course, it would be the same as your movement speed.
I don't know.
Well, you carry on. I'll double check.
And then yeah, I kind of put. I can breathe underwater. This is only very
Wow.
relatively new. Very
Yeah,
relatively
it's actually that's odd.
new. Yeah.
That's cool.
Like I don't think I could do it beforehand, but hey, this is good to know. I'm gonna see if I can get some fish. Wait, is Smokey there? What happened
Yes,
to Smokey?
Yeah,
got
Smokey's on the ship.
Oh,
So,
Buddy!
Up on the mast.
I kind of like.
are you still in the water?
Well, I'm like, hey, buddy, are you okay? You didn't land too hard. Good, good. I'm gonna get some fish. Yeah. Okay. And I'll go swimming for some fish.
Okay, you're being dragged along by the boat, so your movement control is not
I'm
great.
still a person in the water. I could catch a fish.
Oh.
Catch a fish.
As someone who has attempted to catch fish in the water, it's definitely easy. Make a whilst being dragged along like a jet ski.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sure,
Why do I think we'd like to catch a shark as it tries to bite him?
I'm going to say make athletics checks against. I'm going to just do a dexterity check of a fish.
6. Ah, that's a 9.
9. I rolled a natural 8. I'm going to assume the dexterity of a fish is more than 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
So as you try and grab these quite sizable sea,
Tuna.
yeah,
Oh, the
tuna,
salmon.
sea bean, salmon, that
Yeah.
sort of thing, just try and grab onto them. They just sort of swim out of the way.
Ugh.
But it doesn't stop you from trying.
Ugh.
I
What?
try for a good 10 minutes.
Okay.
Try
Whilst
some
you
Texas fishing.
Oh, yeah.
just rage and just let the electricity
Yeah,
catch them.
Shocking
True,
grass
that's
to
true.
the
I
water.
do have my lightning, don't I?
You do, yes.
I could try
Grit
and
could
shove
punch
it in
the
air.
water.
Rage into the sea.
I could lightning damage.
The Can I like try and
How
like,
do you cope with lightning damage?
We're
We're
about to find out. This week on Below Deck.
I will do that. I will kind of like, while still under the water, being
Mhm.
dragged along, I was just trying to like take a serene moment and just. Boom.
Okay, you just use discharge on it. Okay.
A small EMP goes off underwater.
Oh, I
What's your DC?
the DC's 15, and I choose one other creature in the aura to attack.
Okay, so I rolled for a fish.
The DC's 15.
Okay, I rolled a 14 total. So
Oh,
you,
total.
yeah, so roll damage for the fish. Roll fish damage.
Oh, it's 1 point. I'm not rolling you anymore. 1 point of
A
lightning.
little spark of electricity just zaps the fish. It does stun it. It's like, you do have enough
Can I
time.
grab it?
You should make an athletic check with advantage.
Natural 20 and a 1. Natural 20 and a 1.
As the fish is sort of stunned from the electricity, you grab onto it and you now have this fish that you are holding on. It's a big ass fish.
Yeah.
It's a huge fish.
Yeah.
And I try and are you still holding onto the rope?
Yeah.
I'll do the tug 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 tug.
You pull out of the sea, holding this massive fish that just starts flapping
Kick my
around.
legs. I'll kick my legs to help. Kick my legs.
Yeah, it's
While
just
holding on to this fish.
it starts flapping and resisting against you, particularly whilst it's still in the water. When it gets out of the water, it starts really thrashing against you.
Fish in full Nelson.
Yeah, you
Nothing stronger than the rear naked choke.
have been picked up. You are picked up and put onto deck. This fish it starts flapping its way towards the side of the boat.
I'm gonna put it out of this misery.
You kill a fish. I'm not gonna. You roll to attack a big fish.
Yeah. I think we found a new way to hunt, guys. I'm dripping wet. I still smell sick, and
I
You've
smell
been in
even
the
more
sea
of
for
fish.
10 minutes.
Yeah, you.
I am shriveled like a prune.
Yeah, you are also probably naked. I suspect you wouldn't have gone in fully clothed, would you?
Maybe down to like my.
Hand axe clenched in between the butt cheeks.
Sirloin
I probably would have taken like my thicker outer layers, but
Sure.
just like get rid of the
Put your trousers on. Yeah.
Kept your doubloons on.
Yes.
You've got another rope hanging
Don't
behind,
make
just washing it
modest.
into the sea.
Yeah.
Just 2 doubloons here.
Like nipple tassels.
As
Hand
as
and
this
axe.
as this has been happening, you have been keeping an eye out just for stuff. You have seen the eagle fly overhead and sort of circle around, but seemingly hasn't been too interested in you guys. Seems to have flown around for a bit, but it's sort of looping around the coast, sort of looping. As after Cassian returns to the surface, you do see it start to get closer.
It seems to be coming nearer now you're back up here. Could you maybe go hide below the decks?
Okay. I'll have a
You
look.
go below deck, okay?
Can I fire a warning shot?
Make an attack roll. I mean, you're aiming to miss, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. You just fire the shot off.
So,
That's a common number to
yeah.
know.
Yeah, easy enough that you just take the shot and you just roll an intimidation check. Actually, it's probably the best way of doing it.
Come on, Bard. There.
Intimidation.
Uh huh.
You say bard for intimidation.
Come on, Bard. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Holy crap! 25.
No.
Apparently, that is
Oh, 'cause
my
intimidation's
highest
charisma.
stat. Yeah.
Yeah.
By quite a way.
As you
You set
I didn't
Bard.
even know.
as you send the bolts off towards it, rears up.
Oh, please don't make us kill Mother.
It's now flying in parallel with you, along with the boat, and just sort of slowly pushes
I
on.
keep
Is
goes-
grip below deck as well?
Yeah,
Yeah, grip's high.
he goes faster and goes ahead of you, and then lands in the sea
Oh, shit.
in the direct path that you are in.
I'm gonna
Turn.
mow it down.
Turn. How big's the thing
Hold
in
fast.
comparison with the boat?
I'm not playing chicken with an eagle.
How big is our ship?
That sounds like an aphorism that
I
doesn't
mean, it's
actually
20 foot
exist.
long, 8 feet wide, 6 foot deep.
So the bird's a lot bigger than we are. I'm going to try and make his turn.
Hold.
Both of you make contested strength checks.
Oh, shit. This
Come on,
It's
Bard.
me.
This one killed Tiamat. I mean, oh, okay, perfectly average.
Perfectly average for me.
Okay.
6.
Oh shit, 9.
Oh.
This is the weakest slap fight ever. How?
Sorry's been rowing.
I rolled a natural 2.
Oh, Sari's been
I rolled a
rowing.
10 and a
She's
minus
tired.
1.
She's tired.
The two of you start fighting against this thing.
Oh.
Hold it. It does not. Yeah, you just start going forward as you slowly get towards it. It just bounces off its chest.
Yeah.
The two heads come around the mast. Just look around.
Shield on.
You just sort of start. One of them just comes down and just starts scratching at the door with the sort of the door down to the steps. And sort of,
I say to Grit, I'm like, I think she's found us.
I think we're up.
I think we're busted.
I
Come on.
walk to the front.
We might have to. Can we talk sense into a bird? I mean, the baby's understood me. Maybe she'll understand me a bit more.
maybe try.
She's not going to leave us alone if we don't try. Alright, let's go.
From below decks,
Hello.
the two heads rear back up.
Hi. We're okay. It's gonna be hard to hear, but we're not your babies.
We're just not that into you.
We're just.
It's not you, it's us.
Yeah. We're people,
It's just that we're
and
not
we're trying to
eagles.
go home. We're really sorry that we couldn't spend our days with you. It looked like a lovely time. The salmon you caught was phenomenal.
It looks at the fish that you've got on deck. And,
I know! I've just learned how to do that. That was me. It was me. Yeah. I'm so
Proud
pleased.
Mama Bird.
So pleased. Yeah. You taught me that. But we need to get back home, and unfortunately, home's not with you. But you have four lovely children. 2 lovely children. They are lovely and adorable, and we wish you all the best. Thank you for your hospitality.
We wish you luck in your future endeavours.
Big persuasion check.
Because I'm literally on the tier and just being like, just fuck off.
A persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 14.
14. It looks down at you, just reaches down with its beak and just sort of nuzzles against you slightly. Just...
Come on, you go back to your babies. We'll come visit sometime. Yeah. Go on then.
Takes off. The wake from the beat of the wind does bolt the boat back and forth a little bit. But you are able, eventually it takes off. Just disappears off. Heading back to this island.
I'm making so many friends with animals.
Yeah, that was weird, but it worked out okay.
And we made a new friend.
I was worried we were going to have to fight. I might have fallen in the water with my arm on. I don't know. Don't think that would be
No,
good.
that's bad. That's bad. Oh no.
What a concept. You say.
Anyway, I'm going to descale a fish.
Make a survival check for descaling fish.
Unfortunately,
I
we're
will
going to
assist.
need a
You
jump
have
start.
advantage, you're being assisted.
I mean, that was an 18. 18.
Okay, you are,
Thank you.
And less.
you are able to descale the fish. Yay.
Yeah, I can't do anything with it. Sushi.
Sashimi.
Sashimi.
Hi.
I will go back down to the oars.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're getting a jump start now because your friend stopped the boat.
The wind's still
The
going.
wind's still going. So it does pick up after a while. I mean, you stopped into it, but then it's just sort of just sat against it, so it was,
I was hoping we'd have more momentum.
no. Not against the thing that size. Okay, the boat continues on, heading north. You're going at a reasonable pace. You're going about twice walking speed, so you are making good time as you sort of continue on up the coast.
So here's a question. What do we do when it gets towards night? Because trying to keep going when we can't see where we're going doesn't seem like a good idea.
In the middle of the ocean, there's nothing to hit.
We're not that far out from the coast, presumably.
No, you're staying relatively close.
So presumably the seabed isn't too deep.
Try
How
and scrape it up on the beach.
how long is the? You said there was an anchor.
There's an anchor, yeah.
Is it attached to a rope?
It's attached to a chain.
Okay.
Oh.
How long is said anchor?
The anchor is not. It's not like a deep sea anchor, but it's maybe like 40 feet or so.
That might be long enough. We might be able
Yeah.
to lay anchor.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. It must have worked for whoever had it before. So, yeah, that can be our plan for the night. And, bonus, I think we've probably shaken off the Earth Cat things by doing this.
I think it's quite unlikely they followed us like this way.
Just here. When some gas.
From inside another barrel. Tarkat.
Clever girl.
No wants to be affected by cats are.
You're just holding onto the back of the sail, just.
You see that shadow?
Day 42. They still have not noticed.
Day 42
In the
in
big.
Tarquin's boat.
Obviously, we now just need to check the ship for stealth octopi.
No.
Yes, hopefully there's not a large barrel of flammable powder underneath here.
Mm.
Only a lunatic would ignite that.
I did more of the
No
party in
regrets.
one go than just about anyone else.
You did what every bad guy tried to do.
I had a stamped address envelope and I hit return to sender. Anyway, right, so, is there anything else that you would like to do whilst you're on your boat journey?
No.
Alright.
Just sailing and looking out.
Alright. Is someone navigating?
We could take turns.
But you've got good perception. So
I've got some survival, so
Yeah, this is a survival because you're sort of utilising the map in your own location to try and
Not too
judge
bad.
where you are, so... Whoever.
I have a bonus to it rather than a negative to it.
+4.
Yeah.
But not
Yeah,
great.
same
But I
plus
feel like
four.
navigating
Then
shouldn't be
Elijah
too
can
difficult since we're just sort of
Bobbing.
going along the coastline.
Okay. Make a survival check for me.
You want to do it with advantage?
Whoever.
you've had the steering wheel, so you do it and I'll assist.
So advantage. This is sort of looking at the map and judging where you are.
Nice.
An 18. Yes.
You're steering, I'm reading the map.
22.
22. Okay. So over this day, you're relatively confident in where you're going and your progress so far up the map. You managed to get a good couple of days worth of travel. You managed to get further up the coast than you had expected. So you're still on track. You estimate, based on how far you are from Fossfinger, you're maybe two days worth of sailing if the wind is favourable. But it's you got time.
It was like the little island maybe there.
No, not quite that far north.
South. Like
Yeah, probably quite a bit south there, yeah. But you are now boating along, having dealt with whatever that was, and with a new tar companion that is now alongside you.
Oh yes, yeah. Where we're going, can I just try and talk to them? Because
You can certainly try to. What are you talking to Tarquin about?
first of all, I'll go to ask what their name actually is.
oh yeah, because they can talk.
Oh, they
they
can
can't
write.
talk, they can write. So
I thought it said why. Oh, it wrote it why, didn't it?
it reaches onto the deck and sort of starts to writing onto it. It just says, "My creator did not designate me with a name."
Oh, all these creatures with no names.
Okay. Is it okay if we call you Tarquin?
Nods and
Nice.
sucks up the tar that it wrote down on the deck with.
You say you're creative. Would these happen to be from quite a long time ago?
Could he be like the Blue Man Gloop?
Yeah.
Or
I think
just-
so. Are you familiar with some creatures known as the Fabricators? No.
Shakes his head, and then just raises a hand to you and just reaches over to where you can see there's a small leak. It's just starting to come up into the side, and he just sort of gets his finger and just rubs it against it, and just leaves a smear of tar just sealing the boat.
He keeps the boat fixed. He's the boat fixer.
You've been doing that a long time. You've done a very good job.
Okay. Well, this is
Are
your
you
boat.
very happy to be travelling again?
Around the sea.
Okay. That's
Are we all there?
You're about. I mean, it's not a massive boat. You can.
Can I ask, is the one who created you the same one who made the boat?
Mm. Did you find the boat? Were you given to the boat's owner? Oh. You went on journeys together. You went everywhere together. Can I show him the map that we have and get
Yeah.
him to like show us where he's been?
Yeah. He indicates that there's a sort of small clusters of islands that he sort of points it to over that are sort of off to the side. There seems to be off to the. He's mostly explored around the eastern coast,
Yes.
and there are some small islands he sort of dots around these sides too.
Awesome.
So then he goes around, takes his finger and goes around the top of it, past Big Whirly, and comes down and then just sort of circles around the archipelago.
wow.
What's
That's
up, buddy?
been some
On the
long
west here,
journey.
this
Oh.
cluster of islands.
So, Tarquin might be a good guide for us. You might not be able to sail. Can you direct? Did you direct? Do you remember be going there? Don't remember anything?
Remember going there not busy working, not really focused on direction. Is the sort of gist you get.
But it'd be good to have a boat on hand.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure about sailing past Big Whirly.
Yeah, big wave
seems
is scary.
like it might be difficult, but
But we could park
Something
up
to-
at Fossfinger.
something to think about.
You might be able to help people
is
at
there-
Fossfinger.
Is there anything else you'd like apart from travelling again?
We took you to a place where there's more people and you could help them start setting up boats again. Get them out. Would that work?
Can you leave the boat?
I'm going to assume the tar bucket is his home.
Yeah. Was Fossfinger the place where it had that shaft that took us down to where all those broken boats were?
Mhm.
Yeah.
What if we found you some boats to fix?
He's not a carpenter. He can. His main job is on ships. Over the course of the discussions with him, his main role has been mostly like immediate repairs, stop patching leaks and such. He can't repair. He's not designed to patch up.
He's
problems
not
with-
flex tape.
Ah.
He can like get like the basic he can do, or the sort of most extreme element he can do is he can take a plank, stick it over it, and then just glue it in.
He's the gorilla glue of the world.
Yeah, flex tape.
Basically, yeah. But he can't.
Smacks it over.
Like, he
Oh,
can,
with a big water tank.
like he can do that for small leaks and enough that can get you back to dock, so you can get a proper fix done. Like he'll get you. It's putting the
spare tyre.
Yeah, it's the equivalent of the spare tire. He will fix the
It's a
problem.
puncture repair kit.
Yeah, so you can get home and then you employ someone to do the proper thing for you.
If you can't mend it with duct tape, you're not using enough duct
Duct
tape.
tape. Just keep going around the tire that's thick enough.
Well, did I mention Tarquin in my notes until now?
Probably not.
Yes, I did. But I didn't call him Tarquin.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just okay. I would just chat with him a bit more, have a sleep.
Okay.
Ooh,
Is that Cassian or Laura?
both
So-
is good.
So effectively, during the long rest period, whilst you're on the boat, does take longer because someone is having to be constantly navigating the ship, unless you go to a point where you stop and you weigh anchor. And you stop.
I think weigh anchor for
But
the
then
night.
someone's always on watch when we're on a long rest anyway. Oh no, yeah.
There's a difference between keeping watch and actually navigating
Steering
and
a boat.
steering.
Yeah.
I think anchor up for the night because we're not
Okay.
boat competent.
No.
You're just about getting away with it, I think, is probably the most accurate you can
Yeah.
describe of this at the moment.
Winging.
We know to have the pointy bit going forward.
Yeah, ideally. But over the course, you are able to take a night. You manage to get to a point where you can anchor down into a sandbank and just come to rest and take a night. And that is where we shall close for the session, unless there is anything imminent that anyone wants to do.
No.
Alright, then we shall
Right.
call it there.
Yay.
Well, that was interesting.
Uh-huh.
That escalated into a farce quite quickly.
We like a farce.
It's a bit fun. Alright, that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. Take care of yourselves. If you like what you see, do like, subscribe, bell, all the fun stuff that you
Like,
do.
subscribe, and bell.
Like,
Like,
subscribe,
subscribe,
bell.
bell.
And yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching. See you later. Bye.
Wee wee.
Bye.
It's fine. Look good in wedding photos, that's all I care about. After that, I can
Yeah, after that, fuck it.
lose all my teeth. I don't
Never brushing
care.
again. Out of spite.
Go grey, do whatever. But until the wedding,
Just have all my food pureed. It'll be fine.
through a straw.
Oh, don't.
Soup for days.
I lost like, what, 2.5 stone?
Because you were on a liquid diet.
Yeah. I broke my jaw.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a choice. I had my mouth wide shut.
Oh.
Bruh, what happened you broken?
So it's a dangerous
Genuinely
question.
question.
Genuinely, like,
You know that scene in one of the indie films where it's like, which bits don't hurt?
touch the bear where it hasn't broken.
Have you done your head in yet?
I've not like fractured or done my skull. No.
No.
Yeah.
Concussion?
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah, of course you have.
He's a footballer, of course
Yeah,
he has.
goalkeeper as well. That's even
I
worse.
suppose you've not broken your nose.
Oh, I've done my nose, done my right orbital,
Oh,
cheekbone, clavicle, top disc on there, which was a bastard, left femur fracture, and then I've done both tibs, that ankle once,
You've
this
just
ankle
got
twice.
really brittle bones.
I've had it tested and they're fine. Apparently. It was a genuine concern when I went for about 2 to 3 years where I broke fucking everything.
Because there is conditions where
Yeah,
like,
for brittle
literally,
bones. Yeah, and I wondered if they wondered whether I got a calcium deficiency. They did like full on like needles like that.
Yeah,
They go
into-
in. Yeah, that hurt. That hurt specifically about 2 days after. You know when you think you got away with it, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know that. And then the next day I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
nothing moved.
like after the gym.
Yeah.
And then for
But
a
yeah,
week-
come back and everything was fine. They're like, no, he's just clumsy. He's just a fucking idiot.
Like,
I'm like, yeah, well,
aw.
that's my medical diagnosis. Just stupid.
There's no cure for stupid.
No, you can't cure stupid.
No, it's just unlucky.
Yeah.
That is unlucky. Oh, bless you.